What's up, y'all? Y'all doing alright? I took the camera with me today when I went hiking out in the woods, and changed the oil in the generator before I went and done that, and I took the camera with me, so I figured I'd do a little video on why I did it. Maybe somebody wants to watch it, maybe somebody don't, but it's a little bit of early season deer scouting, a little early summer. So if you're into that kind of stuff and you enjoy watching that kind of stuff, then stay tuned. Y'all can tag along with me out there in the woods. All right, we got the generator turned around. We got the 12mm wrench to take this bolt out right here. That's the bolt we got to get to. We're gonna take it out, let this oil drain out, then we're gonna put fresh new oil in it. All right, here we go. We got the bolt loose. There we go. We got it draining. A little black, ain't it? Well, it's been needing change for a couple weeks now. I've been telling myself for the last 2 weeks change this daggone oil, and I just ain't done it. And my laziness kicking in on me. Almost done now. This thing only holds the quart and it's burnt some of it. All right, y'all, we're gonna get this right here cleaned up. Get this daggone bolt back in there. I gotta get back used to holding this camera. When me and Levi used to make our YouTube videos, I had kind of gotten used to it a little bit, but it takes so much to hold a camera and do it, but it really is fun, and I enjoy it. So here's the train, y'all. I live probably 100 yards from that train track right there. All right, y'all, we got that back in there. Now we're gonna pull the dipstick out and put some fresh oil in it. All right, y'all, we got the rural pumper back in there. She is full, I done checked her. All that off in there. We're gonna try to start it up. All right, y'all, she's running. Oil change. It's a little breezy. It's gonna be hot, y'all. It's gonna be hot out there in the woods. But we're gonna go in here. We're gonna pack us a bag with some water. We're gonna pack us a bag with a few snacks. We're gonna get her off, spray on her boots. I'm gonna wear my snake chaps just in case I run across a snake. It's early summer here in Alabama right now, so the snakes ought to be moving. And it rained last night, so it ought to have all the little critters out on the ground moving. So we got to watch out for snakes, rattlesnakes. We're gonna be down in some creek bottoms, so we gotta watch out for some cottonmouths, stuff like that. Some copperheads. But we're gonna go get all our gear on, get all our stuff on, get all our clothes on. Then we'll meet y'all back out there in the woods. All right, y'all. We got our snacks packed. We got, let me show y'all what I got in here just so we Got me a body armor. Got me some Nutter Butters, some crackers, some batteries, and a bottle of water. But the most important thing is, got this tick spray right here. We're gonna need this. This is gonna keep the ticks, spiders off of us, because these ticks out here in these mountains they're bad. They horrible, y'all. This is my snake chaps I was just telling y'all about. They're a muck boot with a Mr. Dan's chap on them. And I've had these things probably 10 plus years. And I have put some miles on these boots, y'all. I'm talking about some miles. And they're still holding up. They getting some little gouts right in there between them. You see it right there? But last time I wore them, they still held up. They were still waterproof, so I'm hoping that right there don't stop it. But if it does start leaking, I've had them long enough that I've got my little $150 out of them, or however much it was. I can't remember. I think I give $150 for them, about close to 10 years ago. Alright, y'all. It's time for me to lace up these chaps. As you can tell, we're in the woods. And I gotta get these chaps laced up before we step on a snake. Cause they out here, I promise you. As you can tell, you have to put a lot of scent on, a lot of spray to keep the ticks and bugs off of you. So I don't come out here much during the summertime to do a whole lot of scouting. When I do, I have to put all that stuff on, and I spread a lot of scent around. And I try to keep my scent in the woods down as much as possible. So I try not to go out here that much. And even when I come hunting, I go straight in and straight out. That's the benefits of hunting private property, is you know where the deer are gonna be, and you can kind of plan your entrance and exit to keep the deer pressure down as minimal as possible, which is really, really beneficial. That's why I don't come out here and do this a whole lot during the summer. I'll come 3 or 4 times, and because I have to spray so much stuff on me, and it gets that scent all out here, and I don't want to push the deer out no more than they already are. But y'all, I'm not, this is not an educational video. I'm not gonna try to be educational. I'm just gonna tell you what I do. I'm not telling no man or woman what they should go do out in the woods. I'm simply telling you what I do out in the woods. So don't think this is educational. Just because I do something don't mean you gotta do it, and just because you do it don't mean I gotta do it. So what I do may be right, it may be wrong. This is not educational. This is just me filming what I like to do. I killed a deer sitting right here, right down there with my bow 2 years ago, opening morning bow season with Levi. He was 10 years old at the time. These deer, they love traveling down in here. All this. And they travel all down through here. All around through here. I've seen a lot of deer. Killed a lot of deer right through here. Y'all, that right there, that's an old rub. It doesn't look like it's been hit. It might have hit it last year. Maybe the year before. But it's not really fresh. It don't really look like last year's to me. Maybe the year before last. But that's good though. That means deer hang out in here, which I already know they do. So what I'm trying to get to, this is where I'm trying to go. This over here is where I'm headed. I'm trying to get, that's where they're bedding at, all over in there. On that ridge side, they're bedding over there. And then they come over here in the morning and the evenings to feed. That's how I catch a lot of them. So I'm gonna try to get closer to that over there and figure out where exactly they're coming out to get my chances up this hunting season. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a little crab apple or something, but I ain't for sure. Y'all comment down below if you know what that is. Let me know what it is in the comment section. Alright, y'all, just for the record, I told y'all this is not gonna be educational. I'm just simply telling you what I do. So I picked today for a reason. It's wet. It come a turd floater last night. I'm talking about it rained so hard. So this ground's really wet everywhere, which is good because I can be really quiet sneaking through here. With it being wet, it does help a lot. And that's why I came in here today. So if you don't go out and scout when it's wet, or even deer hunt, you know, I deer hunt a lot after rain, so it's quiet. I can slip in and slip out. So if you don't, maybe try it next time. It may help you out. But I've never been that quiet, so it does help me out. Y'all, we got a little rub line going right here. There's a rub right there on that tree. And there's a good rub. Let's see, right there on that tree. When I move my finger, you see it right. That one definitely was hit last year. And this one was definitely hit last year. Now that I'm getting closer to the bedding area over here, I'm seeing a little bit more buck sign, which makes sense. That's what the bucks are gonna hold tight to that bedding area. This creek bottom, they have everything they need right over here. They got a creek bottom, they got a bedding area. They got plenty of food. They don't have to go nowhere. I'm gonna keep on sliding down off in here toward this creek bottom, toward that bedding area. There's the creek down here. All that up there's the bedding area. I'm gonna slip down off in here. I'm gonna walk around that bedding area. I'm right here at the creek, probably 20 yards away. I got to thinking about something on my way down here. Guys, there's only two. When you're early summer or midsummer or late summer scouting for deer, there's only two major things that you can do to make it bad. One of them is not do it. The second one is just moving too fast and burn yourself out, get too hot, and just make it miserable. Walk 15, 20 yards, stop. Walk 15, 20 more yards and stop. Listen, sit down, drink you some water. Take it easy on yourself, you know what I'm saying? Life's hard enough as it is. Life's rough, man, so there's no sense in beating yourself up and killing yourself when you're out here in God's country and God's creation. This is where you find peace and tranquility, and this is my reset button. This is where I come to when I need to hit the reset button. When I need to forget about bills and job and all the other pressure that's on me. This is where I come to. It's either here or the river. If you take it easy on yourself out here in these woods, you'll love it. Don't overthink stuff. Don't overcomplicate it. And make sure you get out there and do it. Get out there and do it. Go hike that mountain. You never know what you're gonna see on the other side of it. Really good deer crossing right here. There's deer tracks everywhere in it. I can see deer tracks over there from way over here. There's deer tracks everywhere right there. Pretty fresh too. Yeah. They're definitely using it. There's deer tracks everywhere. We're gonna keep hiking. Way over here in all this up in here is the potential bedding that I think is where all the deer's bedding out. So we finna hike up in there. All right, y'all. I'm up in the bed now. It's thick. All back up here. Y'all, I found so many trails. Game trails crossing. Not the peak of the ridge, but just off the other side of it. Crossing. I found a few coming down. So I zigzagged my way up this ridge right here. The one you see in the background, I zigzagged my way up through there. And I found trails going down, and I found multiple trails going across. I haven't found no beds. Found a little bit of doe poop. It's not that fresh. And yes, I picked it up and squished it. You gotta pick it up and squish it. That's what my daddy taught me when I was a kid. Look, you got. It's probably yesterday. That's probably yesterday's poop. So there's deer definitely coming up this ridge top, but more deer's coming up the sides of it. I can assure you, this is where the deer are bedding, especially your bucks. And there's no telling how many I pushed off a bed because that stuff over there is steep. But we're fixing to head back. I'm gonna walk down this ridge top. Onyx out. I can walk this ridge top back out. So that's the way I was gonna go. All right, y'all see that deer standing right there? That's historic. You hear me? That's the stuff them old timers knew. You know what I'm saying? They did this stuff without Onyx and without all these electronics and game cameras, and they knew deer come up through here. And I found so much sign back up through their suggestion that there's deer just traveling like crazy up down this ridge top and all off on the edges. And look, it looks like, I thought that was a big old wad of buck poop, but it's not. It's I don't know what it is, but look. Look at that. And y'all imagine if that thing could talk. If that thing right there could talk. Just look, 15 feet from it. Look, it's old. That's weeks old. Maybe even a month old. But that's still sign. That's still plenty of sign that there's deer traveling this ridge top. I might have to come in here. Y'all ain't gonna believe what I found. It's a baby deer bed. It's where a baby deer was bedded down right here. Can you see it right there? Right there. And you see how thick all this cover is up in here? Look at this mess I'm in. Look at it. 360 degrees, you can't see nothing. And that right there is where a baby deer was bedded. There's tracks. I'm talking about, that's how I found it. It's from all the doe tracks leading up in here. And they lead right to this spot where the mama deer kept coming up in here and checking on the baby, make sure it was still here, make sure it was, you know, the baby deer should be old enough to be walking with the mama through the woods now, so you're not gonna find them in little spots like this. But if you'd have been here 3 weeks ago, there'd have been a baby deer laying right there, guarantee. I'm almost out of here, y'all. I'm back down to where the creek is now. You hear it in the background. So I'm getting close to getting out. All right, y'all. I made it back to where I normally hunt, which is like center of everything where I've been scouting on this whole video. So, which everything that I found leads to here, which is why I picked this spot on the map years ago. And I see so many deer right here. I've killed deer right here, killed a big deer right here this past hunting season. Nothing too interesting today. Nothing really that interesting went on, other than a lot of hiking, sweating, bugs, spider webs. But I got out and did it. And this is the kind of stuff that I love doing. This is, like I said earlier, this is my reset button. This is where I find peace. This is where I love being out in the woods. I love being in the woods. I love being on the riverbank. All of it. So, like I said, this ain't no teach you how video. This is an encouragement video for y'all to get out there and go hike in the woods and find y'all some deer sign during early summer, midsummer, and even late summer. I'm gonna do, this ain't my only trip. This is just my first one this summer. I got a few more planned. So maybe on the next video we go down to one of my other spots and another block of woods and put out some corn and a camera I got down there already. I got like 7 or 8 bucks in one picture there last year, so we'll go check it out too. But like I said, this ain't no teach you how video. This is an encouragement video. This is I want y'all to get out and do your own thing, and y'all can let me know down in the comments, you know, what do y'all do different when you scout? What do you look for? What's the most, what are you looking for when you go scouting? Mine, I was just looking for deer sign, just trails, tracks, poop, rubs, old rubs, a lot of historic sign where I went today. So that's what this video was for. I'm gonna start making some more videos just here and there about life and just things that I'm doing around the house and things I do out in the woods and going fishing. We're gonna film some fishing videos and stuff like that. So, but I wish I had something that was a little more interesting today. I wish I'd have seen some deer or something like that, or found a baby deer, but I didn't. So this is just gonna be one of them videos you just have to, if it's the kind of stuff that you like, just watch it, and if it ain't, then skip on past it. I'm just showing y'all what Boatwright does out here in these woods. I just get out here and I hike and I walk and I sit down, I listen, I relax, and I just hit that reset button. That's all I do. Y'all get out there and hit your reset button. We're gonna end this video right here. I appreciate y'all watching. If you're still watching this far, I appreciate that a whole lot. We'll see y'all next time.